Hey folks, Quilla Team here. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Kerbal Space Program with aKiss4Luck.
Yes, I'm learning. Theoretically. I was just telling Quill, this game makes... no comments, guys. This game makes me feel like a dizzy blonde. There's so much. I had no idea. There's so much.
You are blonde, but we're not going to hold that against
And... and they're going to all fill in the rest of that sentence.
But I don't think you have any ear problems. Even though we are trying to replicate the Al Shepard flight, you may not develop Meniere's disease and therefore be grounded on future missions.
That would be cool.
Until you get a tube insert in your ear and then you go back on Apollo
I've had
15,
this
16?
thing for about 6 weeks.
You are Alan B. Shepard. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, this is terrible.
So now we're going to try to be John Glenn.
Okay, this would be better.
Yeah, we want to get into orbit.
Let's do that. Or, like Russian dogs and things.
Yeah, they didn't come
They
back.
didn't do so well.
No.
Oh, I know. You know what? I didn't know that when I was a child. And it was like, so go Russians, you're doing, oh my God. And it was quite a long time before I realized what they were doing to the dogs.
Yeah.
I was not impressed.
NASA brought chimps back, I think.
I think so, yeah.
I think so, but I'm not sure. All right, so
Anyway.
we found out last time we need more power.
I told you he was Tim Taylor's cousin.
That's right.
More power.
We actually have some science too.
So
we
we
could
have-
spend theoretically. I don't know if we'll be unlocking anything that's relevant, but
Okay, what do we
we
have
got a few
for
options. What's under the structural one? It'll be relatively cheap.
Keep
Some
things
struts,
stable?
bigger decouplers, and things like that. Maybe. And then there's bigger engines. We really have everything we need
Flight
for orbit.
control. We don't need flight control.
You know what? Let's unlock both of these on this level,
Okay,
just because
just
it's
do
cheaper
it.
and it's it's a good idea. None of these are going to be
At
required,
some point,
but
you're going to want all of this stuff anyway, aren't you?
yeah, grab the first thing though. Heavy rocketry.
Heavy. Ooh.
Yeah, that's mostly going to be for a bigger type of. We
Poodle.
need bigger fuel tanks and stuff.
So we had terriers and poodles.
Yep.
And then a skipper.
All the parts we're using so far are about 1.25 meters in diameter or radius. I'm not sure.
Okay.
These are 2.5. They're twice as big. So we need twice as big fuel tanks and etc. So by itself, there's going to be a limited thing. I suppose what you could do is grab like an electrical one. That unlocks solar panels, which allows us to make for satellites. And this is a satellite sort of control system that has SAS. So now we can launch unmanned ships while still using SAS.
Oh,
You know what? Let's unlock this one.
sweet. How do you
Probodobodine.
Of course it is.
We call it the Octo.
The Octo. I see why.
Yeah. Voltaic. It's an actual word,
I
that
can't
one.
say
It's an
it.
actual word.
Rechargeable battery bank. Oh my God, I can say that one. The illuminator and the other illuminator.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're lights
so
that you can put on your ship to make it look cool.
Christmas lights.
I think you can color them.
Oh God, that's awesome.
All right, we need more power. The easiest way to do it, I mean, we could just, since we have so much thrust to weight left, we could just double up on our fuel tanks.
Okay.
Get twice as long of a burn. Now, it will be
Okay.
heavier, so it's not going to double our delta V, but it will give us a fair bit.
Okay.
We could also do our first multi-stage ship.
Okay,
The advantage of
let's do that.
multi-stage is that when you've sort of emptied out a fuel tank, you get rid of
Get
it.
rid of the weight.
Save the weight.
Oh, I like it.
So,
So we have to take all these things off?
no. Why don't we keep this
Ooh.
here and just
Oh.
add a stage underneath it?
Oh.
Ah!
Oh.
I know, right?
Okay, so we'll need a coupler under this?
Yep.
And then, which is, I don't remember where.
I think it's structural.
That
one.
one. This thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so tuck that. Oh,
I love how it
it
covers it.
changes. It
Isn't that
just
great?
Does that.
I don't know if we've unlocked it yet. Go to the aeronautics.
I thought that was going
Or
to be
aerodynamics?
some weird looking whatever. Okay.
Okay, we haven't unlocked it yet, but later on you get this thing where you can like sort of make these procedural fairings, where basically you put in like sort of a little circly bit on your rocket, and then you flare it out like yourself. You sort of draw like a big sort of capsule around something, because right now we've got a pretty aerodynamic shape, but some of these don't. Like if we wanted to put that that Probodine
Yeah.
on top, well, it's not pointy. So it's not aerodynamic. So you can cover it up with like this extra nose cone capsule thing. Then when you get out of the atmosphere, you blow it away and expose the interior, which is
Good
how
God, there's so
the
much
Apollo
to this
systems
game.
work. Because well, you've seen like the lunar
Yeah.
lander. That thing is all like,
Yes,
it's not
all, like,
aerodynamic.
little thing-
So
yeah.
yeah, they cover it up with these fairings, these panels, and blow it away once they're in space. So let's build the next stage.
I did it. Okay, so we have the liquid fuel engine. So we want a bigger fuel.
Another fuel tank and another engine.
Fuel tanks. So we're going for the big guns this time?
Yeah.
Ooh.
We actually used the big gun last time, too. We actually want 2 of those.
We're going to put 2 of these. Do we need a coupler between them?
No, we don't need to.
Because they'll just blow off one at a time?
Well, what'll happen... No, they won't. But this will effectively be one large fuel tank.
Okay.
For another engine on the bottom.
Okay. Sounds cool. And then we'll need another engine on the bottom. We were using... I don't remember which one we used. The swivel.
Which is still going to be fine.
Swivelly.
Now, in theory, we might actually be able to replace the middle swivel with the Terrier. But we're going to be fine with this.
Okay, and then these have got to...
I would definitely do that.
Whoa. These have got to come down to... Oh, thank you. Down here someplace.
Yep.
Okay, and then we still got our little science bits up top for whatever that's worth.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, if we get into low orbit, we can science from there, which will be very good.
Uh-huh. So do we get out of the spaceship to science from there?
No.
Oh God!
We still could. We actually have the money to upgrade our astronaut center so that we can do EVA.
Next time.
Next time.
I have visions of me walking him off the ship and just watching him float out into space. It would be traumatic. That would be terrible.
So I don't know how much Delta V we launched with last time. Was it around like 1,500 or something like that? I don't recall.
I don't either. I'm sorry.
Maybe 16 or 17. It was something like that. Here.
So we have 14, 16.
And we
have the 2 parts.
Yeah, and we have a total of 3,100.
Okay.
It's not quite going to make it. Not into orbit. We need more than this.
So we need more power?
So we got a few options. You can see if, because, well, we could just stick another fuel tank on there.
Okay.
Basically make that a triple fuel tank at the bottom. That may not add quite as much. We could throw on some side stuff that we jettison off.
Side stuff.
Like some boosters on the side that then get blown away. As opposed to keep going down. If you can make it too long, it's very unstable, especially with the bits we've got now.
So it starts being...
A little bit.
That happens. Oh, God. So what can we do? Can we, put them on, these on the side?
Yeah. So you can put them directly on there, but what we might want is something called a radial decoupler, so that we can blow them away once we're done with them. Those guys.
Okay.
So and right now we've got 4-way symmetry, so you could say tuck them in right between the fins.
Oh, down. Okay.
Something like that.
Cool.
So now you can stick a fuel tank on there.
The big ones?
Sure.
Too much? No.
There's no such thing as too
What
much.
could go wrong?
Come on.
This looks horrifying.
Go a little to the left. There you go.
Oh, you mean if I put them there, they would go on like that and be messed up?
Yeah. So they look pretty lined up there.
This is terrifying.
Even if they're not totally, if you change your view, they might not be totally lined up with the radial thing. If you go up and down, rather, or the other way. Yeah, they're not quite lined up with the radial decoupler, but they are attached to it, and it's fine. This will work perfectly fine.
Okay, these fins are off balance too now. Are you seeing that?
Are they?
Yeah, they don't look like they're in the middle, do they?
I think they might have been.
They look...
In any case, they're fine there. No, that's fine. That's in the middle of these engines, which is okay.
Yeah, you
We could use bigger fins too. Now that we've got a longer rocket.
Yeah, let's do bigger fins. This is terrifying.
Plus, some of the other fins will have active control surfaces, which means they can get used. Right now, they were just there to sort of drag at the back. But if you use, say, that one there.
This one?
Yeah.
Deluxe winglet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's got, you can see like a little sort of elevator, aileron type of like bendy bit at the bottom.
Okay, and we want, ooh, look at this one. There. This is a sexy one. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, I think there is technically between your radial couplers.
Okay.
It doesn't actually matter.
Okay, these
it's the engines are off.
The engines are off.
Take the engine off and just move it a little. It's tricky. You move your view down again. There you go.
Okay.
And there. I think that is centered. There.
Okay, this looks better. Okay, because something just looked.
Yeah, you were trying to center
good.
your winglets based on where the engines were, but the engines weren't quite right.
The engines are wrong. Okay. Oh, this
now,
is
those
looking...
are fuel tanks. We need to add some engines underneath
This
that.
is looking creepy. Okay. Okay. How is this going to work? So are all of these and the big one going at the same time? Or will the 4 outside ones burn and then the center one burn?
Well, if you have the engine, you may as well use them all. Otherwise, you have an engine sitting idle and not
This is
contributing
true.
to lift.
Okay.
So there's 2 possibilities here. One, we could... Okay. In any case, we may probably want to put some engines underneath all those things, although we don't actually have to. What we could do is attach some fuel lines from these tanks to the central thing, so we still only have one engine.
But it burns all of them.
Yeah, and then we eject the empty ones when we're done.
Okay, that sounds cool.
We could just do that, or we could throw engines under these, which means
you get a big burn.
A big burn. The engines would burn fuel out of those tanks, and again, when they're empty, we jettison them off.
That would look really cool, right?
It will look very cool.
Let's do that one.
And actually, we can do a combination of the two, assuming we've got enough parts. So go and stick some engines into there.
So the same swivel one?
Yeah,
for
probably.
Extra stability, and it will do all 4 of them at the same time.
We actually might have been able to get away with a Reliant for some extra power, but I think we're going to be fine.
This is going to look awesome. Are you kidding?
Now, our total Delta V now is at 4,200 total Delta V.
That's a nice big number.
But we can do better, because right now, if we look at the stage...
Of course we can.
If we look at the staging, when you first launch, it's going to start the 4 outside engines.
Yes.
The middle one's not burning.
That one. So we need to... Was it a click and drag?
It is. But what I would bring... Just click on that engine, the actual engine icon, right there, and bring it down to stage 6. Or, yeah, no, not the stage. Bring the engine, that single engine.
Okay, sorry. This is the
That's the foursome. So go down one more level.
Okay, this is where it was. Sorry.
Don't drag the 6. Drag the picture of the engine itself, and then drag it into group what is 5 now.
Okay.
There we go. So
right,
now
so
this first stage that fires will launch all engines. And our Delta V's actually gone down, which is interesting.
Okay, why?
I'm not sure. Check. How's our stages? Now, so the next thing?
The next one is
the decouplers properly, and then it'll be
there's
zoom out.
2.
No, that's okay.
Okay, that.
Because zoom out.
All right. Whoops. Why am I not zooming out?
The zoom is like control shift. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, and then mouse. Yeah, it's really annoying the interface. Now the mouse wheel just moves you up and down.
Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Well,
so now you can mouse over. This stage here is the decouple. Okay, those are all our engines.
Okay.
Then this blows away the extra engines once they're empty.
Yeah.
And then the next stage is this, which then starts our next engine. There we go.
That's the engine. Okay, and then the last one, and then home. Okay.
Yeah. Now, we can improve our Delta V a fair bit, because right now, we're burning all 5 engines. And then when the outer bits go, we eject them, right?
Okay.
And then we've got the one main engine.
Yeah.
At that point, though, the main engine has used up some of its fuel.
Yes.
What we can do, if you go to the fuel category...
The fuel, okay. That's fuel tanks?
We don't have it unlocked yet.
We don't have it? What do we need?
There's a fuel line you can put in so that it's constantly draining fuel from the outside tanks into the central one. So we burn through that first layer faster.
I love it.
But then
you have a full tank
the full tank in the middle, which gives us way more Delta V. We're going to be fine here. If we look at our thrust to weight ratio, it is a little sick right now at 3.88 on launch. We're going to have like big atmospheric effects. I would turn down our our side engines, our booster engines.
So we do this
on the engine itself.
On the engine, that's
the engine bit down there.
Here.
And then take the thrust limiter down.
That's this. Okay, how far?
Bring it our thrust to weight ratio down to like a 2 on that first stage. So down, down, down. Right there.
It disappeared.
Oh, that's because it will burn too long. That's funny.
What happened? Explain.
It's because we're okay. Our central stage has 2 fuel tanks, right?
Yes.
Our side ones have 1.
Yes.
Well, if we burn at 50% of our thrust, that means it'll take just as long to burn through one as the other, so we're not getting any advantage.
Okay.
Maybe crank it back up then.
What could possibly go
That's
wrong?
fine. We'll go faster. There.
That's good?
That's going to be okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll go faster. We'll burn up leaving the atmosphere?
Only a little.
Do we have any kind of heat shield?
Not so much on the way up. I'm worried that we're still not going to go into orbit. If we technically could, I would. You know what? Let's add more fuel tanks on the outside.
What would do?
Just grab another set of the fuel tanks. Stick them on top of our boosters.
Like this.
Yeah. There we go. Now we got lots. Go back to our engines and put the thrust all the way back up to the top.
Ooh, took it off. Don't want to do that. This way, and then we're just going to crank this right up.
Yeah.
And it's
still just basically using one. You know what? That's fine. Crank it all the way up. And now the middle one, turn the middle one down.
This one in here?
Yeah, right there. Bring that one down. We'll get some nice stages. Bring it down a little more. You know what? I like that a lot because of reasons.
Because of reasons?
Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's go to space.
What could possibly go wrong?
That's right.
Where are our lights?
Oh, I don't know.
We have lights.
Maybe utility?
Where are
Yeah, the
they?
illuminators at the top.
Illuminate.
I've never put them on, so let's try.
Well, come on. Look at the. Where do they go? Anybody know where they're supposed to be?
Well, they can be anywhere. I think here they're shining down, which would look pretty damn impressive, especially if we were launching at
We're
night.
gonna lose it there, but can we launch at night?
We can.
I want to launch at night.
Okay.
So we can just put them there. They're fine.
Sure.
You
There we
know,
go.
and oh yeah, launch at night. Let's do it.
Fine. All right.
I want to see the big fire and the lights.
Hit the save button.
The
diskette up there.
save
There we go.
here.
And now hit launch. Or actually, go exit. Because what we're going to do is we're going to go back to here. And we're going to try to fast forward. I think we can do that. Yeah. Just going to try to...
And it actually gets dark?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Okay, night launch. I like it.
There. Right at
Will
sunset.
we see stars? I like it.
We will, especially if we go high enough.
I like it.
I think maybe we should put a cut in here and like tease that the launch will be in the next video. Because I'm cruel like that.
You're an evil man. I
know.
love it.
Well,
what could possibly go wrong?
That's right. We've already gone nearly 20 minutes at this
This is
point,
true.
and then
It's a
our
good
flight
place to
itself will
stop.
take a while, assuming
Good
it goes
place
okay.
to stop. Yep.
So there's things with this design, but you know what? It'll
There's
get us
things.
there. It'll get us there. Don't even worry about it, you guys. It's okay.
What could possibly go
It's
wrong?
both overkill and
Oh.
underkill in certain ways.
Overkill and underkill. Well, it's going to make a big, impressive liftoff, right?
It'll be very impressive, especially at
Build
night.
it beautiful.
That's right. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you next time when we launch.